Hi guys, and welcome to Paleo Vegeo 2.0. So what does 2.0 mean, right? When I first started this, as some of you know, some of you may not know, it was because I wanted to do a Whole30. I was living still back in Utah at the time. My baby was tiny and I had gone vegan and I just still was not feeling well. At that time I was eating a lot of quinoa and not knowing why, I just didn't feel well. I now know that I was probably reacting to some of the components in quinoa, not necessarily the actual quinoa, but probably cross-contaminations and all sorts of other things. But I wanted to do a Whole30 and I got their book and I got myself ready to go, and there were like 2 paragraphs on doing it plant-based, and those 2 paragraphs more or less said, this is how you would do it plant-based, but do not do it. And I was like, well, crap. I'm gonna do it anyway, because I don't take no for an answer, right? So my first challenge, my first Whole30, was me and my friend Lauren. And that was it. And then it grew. And when I deactivated my Facebook account due to personal reasons within my family, I had the largest Whole30 vegan group on Facebook, and yet I had no passion for it. Oliver's gonna bark. I had no passion for it because the problem was that people were focused for 30 days on bombarding our bodies and not seeing long-term results, and then rebounding back, and then doing 30 days and bombarding our bodies and then rebounding back. That's not holistically healthy in the long run, and our lives are not in 30-day chunks, even though time-wise we stick them out like that. But the truth of the matter is that our bodies are functional and they're machines, right? And they are here for us, and they put themselves together based on a blueprint that they were given. And some of us have different blueprints because, of course, we have different ancestors. Most of our blueprinting is the same. And so we start with those functional same things. And then we're going to slowly branch out, right? So we're like building a tree. We're building our own new us. Your body, wherever it's at right now, is where it's supposed to be to keep you alive and going. That's its job. The little aliens inside of it, their job is to keep themselves going long enough to reach the end of your life so that they can decompose you. That's their job. Okay? I know that we often think of our little colonies inside and outside of us as these little aliens of, oh, they're so good for me. They're good for themselves. And so whether you have bad gut bacteria or good gut bacteria, they are there for themselves, front and center. They are not there for you. And so you have to understand that they're a co-creator, okay? You're collaborating with them. And so we do start with the functional body and not the microbiome, okay? And that might seem weird, but that's where we're starting. So week 1, we are going to start with water. And we'll get into more details about why water, but water's easy. Water's something that you have to live. And water is something that impacts a lot of your health, and in many ways that you probably do not realize. So we're going to start with water, and every day there's going to be a water post. And up front, I'm not going to tell you how to drink your water because I want you to start with just where you're at and share. And be in the energy and this is where I'm at. And as we move through the space, then you're going to learn more about the water and what's not functionally working for you. And then you're going to be able to shift the water, and you'll be able to see the difference between how your regular water was working for you and how your shift of water is working for you. Now, sometimes in the program, I will recommend different things that you can add in to help and support your system, okay? And when I get the time and I sit down as we get started in the challenge, I'm going to create a resource file that will have a lot of different items in it that I use, that I support, and that you can find those links for if you want to use and support with them as well. But you don't have to. As well, this program is free. There is a link in the pinned post if you would like to give a donation every month when you take part, but you do not have to. You can also just support by being active and participating in your experience, which helps others to have a good experience as well. So you come in as you are, you come in where you can, and we work on this together. So we start with water. Okay, so get prepared. That's what we're going to be tracking when we start off, is our water. And it's going to be simple. And what do they say? Keep it simple, stupid. So we're going to start with something simple so that as you shift other things in your body and you shift other things in your programming, you're already working through many aspects that you want to work on to have a healthy, functional body. Okay? You cannot live, you cannot function, you cannot clear things out of your system. There's so much that you cannot do without the functionality of water. And so we're going to start with water. So let me know what you think about that. Let me know if you think you're doing great with water. Let me know your questions about water. Let me know what your questions are about where you're struggling. And that way I can kind of factor that in as we go through the process of talking about water. All right. And so I just want to say that I am really excited for everyone to take this Paleo Vegeo. See, somebody needed to hear that. To take this Paleo Vegeo 2.0 and work on yourself and love on yourself, because this is about loving you, loving the whole you, okay? And that whole you is your genetics, it's your quirks, it's the zit that you get on, day 3 where you go, where did that come from? Or whatever, right? It's the waist size that you're at, it's your height, it's your what's ever going on with your hair, whatever is going on with all of your body, good, bad, no, it's all just body. And so if we love ourselves first and we start understanding our body and we start working with our body, then we can start working with the other facets. The problem that I had with the 30-day program is that there's really not a healthy functionality to it, and a lot of people do more harm than good, and you just move the bad aliens from one point of your body to another point of your body, the bad toxins from one point of your body to the other point of your body, and sometimes that's crossing the blood-brain barrier, and that's not healthy. So I love you guys. I'm excited for Paleo Vegeo 2.0. It's happening at a very important time in my life when I'm getting ready to move in the next few months. And so let's all start this new part of our lives together.